How good it is for brothers and sisters to come together once again. It is really a happy day. My name is Kipngetich Frankline, an associate of KIMOLWET back in the years 2014, 2015, 2016. At the moment, I'm at the University of Karachi, Pakistan, pursuing PharmD, that is Doctor of Pharmacy. And at the same time, Frankline is the founder of the Kenya Pharma Mentor, which its aim is to mentor. Today's talk is entitled Stand Tall, Shape Up, Fix Up, and Enjoy the Process. And to begin, I will read from the book of Romans, chapter 8, and verses 25 to 30. I will read from New International Version. But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Verse 26. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us through wordless grounds. Verse 27. And He who searches our heart knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. Verse 28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Verse 29. For those God foreknew, He also predestined to be conformed to the image of His Son, that He might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. And finally, verse 30. And those He predestined, He also called. Those He called, He also justified. Those He justified, He also glorified. I chose to begin with this verse because it's self-explanatory and it is laying a basis for my talk. And as I began, I say that the title for the talk this afternoon is Stand Tall, Shape Up, Fix Up, and Enjoy the Process. So standing tall has to be the first step. Shape up. What is this that has to be shaped up? And then we fix up. And then after these three steps, the remaining part of it is just to enjoy the process. We've read a very strong verse, and I chose to remind you what you already know. So don't strain so much to trying to picture what is this great man trying to tell you. I'll not fix you to my study culture or way of doing things, but I shall inform you about the fundamentals towards graduating out of high school, not only with a quality grade, but also excellent virtues and values that shall enable you to grow and fit well into the society with a lot of ease. Yeah, it sounds good. At the end of this talk, I expect you to pinpoint out the mechanism and the need for self-propulsion towards any decided course of action. Yeah, it will be very interesting that at such a motivational talk or such an afternoon, you get to be so inspired, you get to be so motivated, but 1 week afterwards, you realize the motivation goes away and the speakers return with their words and you are left just continuing with your normal life. Trust me, with this brief talk ahead of you, I'm going to enable you to see the need of propelling yourself, pushing up yourself, doing things without being forced or doing things because you fear the repercussions and the punishment. The first reminder I would like to bring to the attention, as I have entitled, stand tall. Yeah, standing tall has to do so much with confidence. It has to do so much with how proud you are about yourself. And with this, standing tall, I've chosen to remind you three things: that you are in the hands of a mighty God. Despite of the numbers of your years, there is a specific thing that God has done for you in life until you know that, yeah, it's only God. You are in the correct place. If you were elsewhere, then we do not know. But because you are in the correct place, in the correct time, at the correct time, then that's why today we've connected together. That's why today it was purpose that you will hear these words. And to start up, I'll tell you, you need to stand tall because you have a mighty God. Grass is no longer greener on the other side. You may feel that this place you are is not the right place for you. I tell you, it is greenest where the grass is watered and fertilized. You are at the correct place at the right time, and you are with the right people. Remember when God said in Jeremiah 29, verse 11, that I have good plans for you. Yeah, he really means not only plans, but plans for prosperity. So the only barrier to this could be the sin or our laziness towards playing our vital role. Our vital role towards realizing this promise is just a symbol that is showing up. It means you have to turn up to morning prayers, you have to keep time, you have to be very disciplined, you have to avoid unnecessary issues that do not add up to that which is valuable to your life. Build your own self-esteem and build your own image, and you will see everything else will run smoothly. Once your self-esteem is very high, you have that confidence of going to the teacher for more elaboration. You have that confidence of asking the question. You have the confidence of standing tall. I hope it is clear that self-esteem is the source of your confidence. Self-esteem is what shall make you stand taller. Number 3, no human being controls the destiny set for you, not even your parents. Do not feel so low when someone abuses you verbally, giving a dull prediction for your future, not unless you consider and accept one attack that you have been labeled. Your destiny is in the hands of a mighty God. And what you need to do is just to stand tall. I just say that you just need to stand tall. This is to say that when you choose to stand tall, you express much about your self-confidence. And with this, you are at the 500-meter mark in 1,000-meter walk. So take home that the first thing that I've reminded you today is to stand tall. Remember always to stand tall. Number 2, shape up. There are some things in which you have to eliminate. There are some things in which you have to focus and concentrate on so much. That is, we need to shape up, and the way of shaping up means you have to adjust your mindset. You have to direct your mind to think and act like that person you would like to be. Work and act like a performer in case you are in a race of performing and achieving. Go for the destiny you want. Live like the person you would like to be tomorrow. Secondly, the second mechanism of shaping up is you take a balanced mental diet. That is from the books, seniors, teachers, parents, and mentors that nourishes your mind. Your mind needs to be fed with good nutrients. For example, crops planted without fertilizers will ultimately grow, yes, but the yields shall be lower. Similarly to your mental functioning. It seems to be okay when you are at a comfortable zone and you don't seem to be aggressive on anything, and you continue normally and you will think a little bit okay, but let me tell you, that will be just as that maize will grow without a fertilizer. The yield will be automatically lower. You need to grow past staying without reading from books other than textbooks. Get to the library, get special inspirational books within the library. Get books, get inspirations from the teachers, get inspiration from the scriptures. And in a day, you realize that you are going to shape up everything and anything that comes along your way. This is to say that once our minds is fixed and are right, our entire study life is shaped up, and every other factor of life gets to its place at the right time, in the right place, in the right manner. Number 3, I hereby remind you that you need to fix up. A fix up means that there could be a mess or there could be something that's going astray and you have to come in and do some repairs, or you fix 1 or 2 things. Now, this fix up, you will know that you need to fix up something when you evaluate. You need to evaluate, as I have said. Frequently check at your workouts. Don't wait for a teacher or parent to tell you that you are heading on the right or wrong direction. Know it long before it is detectable to anyone else. And take proper adjustments towards doing your level best until there is no other way you would have given your level best other than that way at which you've provided the level. You can deceive everyone else, but not your instincts. You definitely know when you are serious, when you are joking, and when you are imparting the correct amount of effort to do something that you wanted to get in life. So remember to fix up, remember to evaluate, remember to adjust. Be very quick to set other goals. In case you are targeting to read a topic, then after achieving that, that's your goal. Move ahead and discuss with friends. Move ahead with seeing the past papers. This is to say that your desire is attainable. You just need to adjust the basics and keep working, and every other issue shall be on its place. In conclusion, from this talk, we have seen that to achieve our desired goals, we have to decide by ourselves, by choosing to stand up, by shaping up, by fixing up, while enjoying the process, because we are more than conquerors. Yeah, in Romans 8:37, yet in all things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Remember the verse which I began from? Romans 8:25-30. And in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Friends, it's time to stand tall, fix up, and shape, and enjoy the process. Because once these other things are in place, then you have to enjoy the process regardless of the hardship, regardless of the constraints that comes along. You are in the right place.